The COVID-19 pandemic has created an exceptional set of circumstances, and many workers, worker representatives, and employers have concern about working safely, especially for those who are required to continue working on the site, outside of the home, and those who are returning to work as government restrictions ease. These issues include measures to be taken to ensure that the hygiene and cleanliness of the workplace meet the standards required to prevent the spread of infections. To address these concerns, Investment Corporation will be develop a new occupational health and safety policy and procedures that will be undertaken in the workplace to protect people against COVID-19 infections. Hence, a meeting will be conducted for the implementation of this new policy.
Good morning, everyone. Is everybody already in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody's in the meeting at the moment.
Okay, that's good. But before we begin, let us take a moment to introduce ourselves. I'm Christine Velez, the Chief Executive Officer of Investment Corporation. I will be the one to preside the meeting. And now, please welcome the owner of Investment Corporation, Mr. Rigmin.
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Mr. Cedric Nim, the owner of this company. I am putting my trust to all of you to ensure that the changes in our occupational health and safety policy and procedures will be implemented effectively.
Good morning. I'm Armina Bitayamora, the secretary of this meeting.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joanne Rachel Vega, the Chief Operating Officer.
Good day, I'm Karen Tanyang, the Chief Financial Officer of this company.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jessa Litalia, the Committee Chair.
I'm Nimilin Sarte, the Chief Legal Officer of this company.
I am Rinalyn Umadi, the Chairman of the Board.
Good morning. I'm Mark Louis Tommy, the Vice Chairman of the Board.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Mark Joseph Rodriguez, the board member.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Let's get started now. So as far as I know, Mr. Yamora emailed you the agenda of this meeting, which is all about the changes in our occupational health and safety policy and procedures amidst this pandemic. As the COVID-19 pandemic persists, the risk of workers contracting the fast-spreading virus exacerbates. The pandemic threatens business premises and the flow of activities, and warns of severe health effects and social and economic repercussions, in addition to the burden it bears on workers and the challenge it imposes on work systems.
Therefore, we have to change our occupational health and safety systems because it is the main mechanisms to confront the threat of the pandemic. It should be achieved to limit the spread of the virus and to provide a reasonable balance between personal safety and commitment to work, whether in the workplace or work from home.
I agree to change our occupational health and safety policy and procedures so that our employees have the assurance that they are protected while at the workplace.
Is there any suggestions or recommendations that can help to make our new occupational health and safety policy and procedures become effective during this pandemic?
I propose that we implement a new safety precautionary measure which will be helpful in giving protection for our employees against COVID-19. Excuse me, your microphone is muted.
I'm sorry. So, again, along with that, I think our employees must be vaccinated so that they can have a protection and their exposure level to COVID is at low risk.
Ensure that workers are aware of the risks being faced in the workplace by providing appropriate information, instruction, and oversight in health towards safety.
Ensure that supervisors are aware of the required procedures to protect workers' health and safety in the workplace.
Ensure that all employees in the workplace adhere to the occupational health and safety law and all policies and procedures related to workplace health and safety.
Ensure that all workers are wearing appropriate personal protective equipment and that they are trained on how to utilize it.
Since you've all suggested it, we'll take a new preventive safety measure. This will be incorporated into the company's new occupational health and safety policy and procedures.
I would like to ask about the mandatory vaccination of our employees. Are you going to provide them the vaccines?
I think that we should be the one to provide them with the vaccines, since it is our duty and responsibility to protect and ensure their safety. However, before implementing a vaccination program at work, first, we must consult with workers and health and safety representatives, giving them a reasonable opportunity to express their views and contribute to the decision-making about vaccination as a control measure. Next is to provide workers with access to medical and health information regarding the safety and efficacy of the vaccine. Then, enable access to the vaccine for all workers, and importantly, protect workers' privacy in relation to their decisions on vaccination.
That is right. It is important that workers are kept informed about the safety and efficacy of the vaccine, and also about medical and other conditions which might affect their decisions to be vaccinated. If workers decide for any reason not to be vaccinated, their choices and privacy must be respected. That is why our company's work health and safety plan to respond to the pandemic might include staff working from home.
Nonetheless, as much as possible, we should encourage eligible workers and anyone who is always exposed to public to be vaccinated unless they have medical or other reason not to.
Speaking of choices, what kind of vaccine does our firm prefer to purchase? I think we should settle this.
With regards to that, sir, allow me to facilitate a voting process to choose which type of vaccine we must use. So, kindly hit the heart reaction or button if you choose Moderna, applause for AstraZeneca, thumbs up for Pfizer, wow reaction for J&J, laugh reaction for Sinovac, and the confetti for the other option. Let's get down to business. I'll give you 1 minute to decide. Then I'll get back to you later. I wonder what will be the ultimate and decided result of the voting. Alright, I've got the results now. 5 out of 10 people choose Pfizer, while the rest opted for a different vaccine. Now that it has been decided, I want to thank you again for your cooperation.
So aside from this, I think we should also conduct a survey to our employees to determine their choices regarding to this kind of matter.
Well, that's a good idea.
In that case, Ms. Tayamora will do the job in conducting the survey.
Noted, ma'am. I will present the survey results the next meeting. So now I would like to hear the opinion of our committee chair, Ms. Jessa Lee.
About the funds we'll be utilizing to purchase vaccines for our employees.
Our Chief Financial Officer is in charge of ensuring that the company has the funds to acquire vaccines for our employees.
To let everyone know, our company is capable to purchase vaccine for our employees because according to our financial report, we always have money that can be allotted for such purposes. In fact, our sales are continuously increasing, so rest assured we will not be having any shortage or problem.
Well, if that's the case, I will prepare all the necessary documents regarding the vaccination plan as soon as possible.
Great! What about the schedule of vaccination and other details? Where will be the vaccination take place, by the way?
We can proceed right away as long as the vaccines are accessible. And by the way, at the Makati Coliseum where the vaccination will take place, and it will be by department. As for the other important details, like I said, I will prepare and take care of them so that our company's vaccination program goes smoothly.
Well, how about their transportation? I suggest we should also provide them the service.
As far as I know, we have a company shuttle that we may utilize to take our employees to the vaccination site.
By doing so, I will notify the heads of the department with the details and any further notice.
Alright, but even though the vaccine shown to be very effective, there is still a chance you may get COVID-19 after you had the vaccination. No vaccine is 100% effective. For this reason, everyone must continue to apply all reasonable, practicable control measures.
Indeed, sir. Anyway, any other concerns regarding the new policy and procedures?
What about the duties and responsibilities of the employers, workers, and organizational staff of the occupational health and safety policy and procedures?
For the employer, he or she is the person in charge about the responsibility with regards to the health and safety in the workplace. He or she is also responsible for spreading a strong culture of health and safety in the workplace that expresses respect for people in the workplace as well.
So supervisors are responsible for communicating with workers and informing them of the dangers they may face in the workplace, ensuring that they work smoothly.
Duties and responsibilities could be incorporated into the company's new occupational health and safety policy and procedures.
In the case of workers, they must follow safe work practices, use personal protective equipment as needed for the job, and participate in the development of workplace health and safety policy.
Lastly, the organizing staff of the occupational health and safety policy and procedures must contribute in managing the pandemic crisis by developing the health and safety programs in the workplace and evaluating their effectiveness and feasibility and ensuring protection from the effects of the response measures.
Are you all agree regarding the duties and responsibilities of the staffs of the company?
Yes, we are all agree.
Any other concerns regarding our occupational health and safety policy?
Is the company will be having a workplace assessment?
Yes, because this will be the basis if the worker should work at home if possible, to ensure that the precautionary measures is done accordingly.
Another concern, what can be done if a person or worker has an exposure to someone with COVID-19?
Worker must be advised to stay at home if he or she has symptoms of a respiratory disease, and to make sure the worker must contact authorities concerned with providing the necessary medical care or the direct lines of communication of the Ministry of Health to receive the necessary instruction for his or her condition.
For the employer, he or she must conduct a risk assessment to determine the parts of the workplace in which the injured worker have operated and identify other workers who were in direct or direct contact with the infected person and requesting them to take their distance from the other workers.
And lastly, employers are also required to close the workplace until it is being cleaned and sanitized.
I like the concept and I agree with it. When we implement this new occupational health and safety policy and procedures in our company, we should help and with our employees because it's our utmost priority and we don't want our workers or any to get sick.
Alright, I will take note all the suggestions and recommendations for our occupational health and safety policies and the procedures so that it will be very effective.
Another is that the corporation would give personal hygiene and protective equipment to ensure that all employees can work effectively and safely.
That is right. It is important to think about the safety of our employees and provide them with the protection kit.
In that case, I will prepare the budget needed to purchase all the necessary protection kits for our employees and will report to all of you at our next meeting.
Any other concerns and suggestions?
I presume none, and I don't think there are any more topics that we left undiscussed. Should we wrap up this meeting?
If there are no other concerns and no topic to be discussed further for today, allow me to wrap up. As Chief Executive, I will monitor the progress of the changes to our occupational health and safety policy and procedures on a regular basis and will be hands-on to ensure that they are implemented effectively. Please do not hesitate to contact me or my secretary if you have any queries about this matter. Mr. Yamora, will you please present the minutes of the meeting before we adjourn?
Alright, these are the details that have been finalized in this meeting. The Invest Spend Corporation will develop a new occupational health and safety policy to support guidance to everyone, measures to be undertaken in the workplace to protect the people against COVID-19 infection, and the vaccination plan. Furthermore, the duties of the employers, workers, and organizing staff with regards to these changes. Lastly, workers' responsibilities in relation to COVID-19. The next meeting will focus on the progress and updates regarding this matter.
That concludes our meeting agenda for today. Thank you for taking part and cooperating with us. The meeting is now adjourned. Have a good day.
A team will be able to deliver high-quality work faster and map a better course together if they hold team meetings. It's a place where employees can get together, share ideas, get feedback, and learn from one another. It will also allow them to demonstrate your leadership abilities. Effective team meetings are productive, inclusive, and collaborative. It is significant because it strengthens relationships, establishes alignment, aids in the making of better and faster decisions, encourages inclusions, facilitates creative thinking and innovation, serves as a vehicle for feedback and continuous development, and boosts employee engagement. Depending on how you conduct your meeting, it can be a productive and rewarding experience for everyone. With a clear agenda, prepared attendees, and the right tools, you can constantly whip up effective team meetings and increase company efficiency and engagement.